The market will always be uncertain, but your platform shouldn't be. I've spent over 25 years in the engine room of global finance, managing institutional mandates, setting up prime brokerage relationships with the likes of UBS and Deutsche Bank, and executing billions in monthly volumes. When I took up the role of CEO as FXTrading.com, I didn't see it just as a leadership change, but a mission to bring institutional grade discipline to the retail and the wholesale market. I wanted to be the broker that I, as a practitioner, would actually want to use. FXT is headquartered in Sydney, and while we have a large footprint in the APAC region, we are rapidly expanding our global reach to meet the needs of serious, self-directed traders everywhere. Our core service isn't just providing a platform, it's providing coherent, engineered ecosystem. We offer over 500 instruments, FX, stocks, crypto, indices and metals, all under one roof. But the real product is our in-house tech stack. We own the web trader, the app, and the funds management system. We don't white label our core, we engineer it. And this is a critical distinction because it allows us to significantly reduce platform risk. So while the markets will always be uncertain, your broker shouldn't be. By owning the technology, we ensure that when our clients act, whether they are trading directly or allocating into a fund, they stay in control. We've moved away from the generic low spreads talk to focus on how our systems actually behave when it matters most. For us, it all starts with a simple insight. The market will always be uncertain, but your platform shouldn't be. So most traders are okay with market risk, and that's the game that they've chosen. What really frustrates them is platform risk. Platforms that freeze when things move, costs that only show up after the trade, or money that's easy to deposit but hard to withdraw. So our role in the FX ecosystem is to remove as much of that platform uncertainty as we can. Internally, it's our North Star. And as a team, we call that idea engineered trust. By that we mean we don't just rent some technology and put a logo on it. We build, control the important parts ourselves. That's the trading platforms, the systems that handle orders and risk, how prices and costs are shown, and how client money moves in and out. Out in the world, we talk about this through the lens of in control, because that's what we want our clients to feel at the moment that they act. The market can move, that's its job. Our job is to be part of a distinctive trading experience that you can 100% rely on. So most brokers in this industry are essentially a collection of third-party vendors taped together. They license a platform from one provider, bolt on a bridge from another, and route orders through an external aggregator. That model creates massive blind spots, latency that you can't diagnose, execution behaviour that you can't fully control. At FXT, our fundamental advantage is our end-to-end proprietary stack, because we build our own execution, our own pricing and routing systems from the ground up. We've got total control at the moment of action, which is that exact millisecond where a client's intent becomes a market reality. And this isn't just about speed, it's also about reliability. We've invested heavily in proximity hosting near major financial hubs to ensure that when volatility spikes, our infrastructure thrives. And in this business, trust is earned during market chaos. When markets are calm, every broker looks the same. But when you have black swan events hit, institutional grade engineering is what separates a serious broker from a marketing-led firm. So a practical example of this rigor is our funds management system. In most places, these are afterthoughts or third-party plugins. At FXT, it's a core pillar. We built it to serve professional money managers with the same level of granular reporting and sub-millisecond execution that I demanded when I was managing $40 million plus mandates for institutional clients. If you're running complex strategies across hundreds of accounts, you don't just need copy trading, you need precision, auditability, and total visibility. We provide the tools that allow a manager to run their book like a professional fund. We also focus on radical transparency. So in an industry that's often built through information asymmetry, we lead with data. So we surface spreads, swaps, margin health clearly within the UI, designing the interface to support better decision making rather than emotional overtrading. So ultimately our philosophy is centered on client longevity, and we want our clients to stay in the game longer, trade with clearer information, and compound their skills over years. If we aren't helping you manage the risk through better technology and clearer data, then we are part of the risk. And that institutional mindset of prioritising survival and disciplined growth over reckless volume is the edge that sets FXT apart. Security is the foundation of engineered trust. We operate under very strict regulatory oversight, including ASIC, and we also treat client money handling with the same rigour that I applied under NFA and FINRA jurisdictions. So segregated accounts, top-tier banking relationships are non-negotiable. Regarding platform asymmetry, this is where transparency wins. We explain how we make money in plain language, we don't allow third-party funding, and we make offboarding and withdrawals as seamless as onboarding. This is also why we value partners like WikiFX. In an industry where trust is often just background noise, WikiFX provides the independent verification that traders need. They help bridge the gap between broker claims and reality. And for us, that's a welcome challenge because our brand is built on the reality of how our trading platform behaves when it matters most. We want to be the most trusted, performance-driven broker in the world, and that starts with being in control every single day.